This is a demonstration of the Cowboy Outlaw sewing machine. I'm a complete beginner at videotaping. You'll have to bear with me. I'm going to demonstrate basically how to backstitch your project and how to lock in. Basically, you just take it, twist it around, and that's how to lock in that stitch. Like Neil said, you take out some of that slack, lift up the presser foot, and not sure if you can see that, but that's basically how you do that. So I'm a complete beginner at leather projects, and I've had some wonderful luck. I mean, this is amazing. This is just so easy to use. I'll shut the light off here so you can see some of the stitches on this, but that took me 2 minutes. Literally, it took me 2 minutes to stitch that. Here are some quick samples that I first started sewing on, and basically have some notes here that I'm going to go over this. I'm not sure if this is videotaping or not. Bear with me, please. This is the first time I've done this. So basically, for this machine, I was very skeptical about getting it. There wasn't that many reviews on it, and I had tried the other brand, the Titman Boss, and I just did not have any luck with it. I had about 30 to 40 hours of troubleshooting with it. I FaceTimed with the technicians. I just couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to get a good stitch. So this machine, it is better built, like people said. This area here, this shuttle area, the bobbin, the way it's designed, it's better because a beginner like me can work with it. I'm extremely happy with it. I got some accessories for it, which is this guide arm that goes on this plate that comes with this guide, so you can roll your projects in here and get a clean stitch. But just by freehanding, you can see, not bad for the first time. That's my second project there. The pouch looks something like this when it's done, which is, I'm really happy. Why a construction pouch? Well, I do construction work. These are my real bags. They're way too heavy. I hardly use them anymore. Even this bag right here, this is big and bulky. So I said, you know, I wish I could have a small pouch. And look what the Cowboy Outlaw has produced. Very nice. So as far as stringing the machine, piece of cake. It's really simple. There's a little notch there and a groove. It goes on there. And it's really quite simple. It's not complicated at all. You do your knot, fill it up, and you're done. Here, it comes, by the way, with I believe 277 thread. I bought the 138 thread. I bought the 207 thread. These are 1 pound spools. It takes ½ pound spool. Why did I do that? For thinner leather. You could use thinner leather. These are all kinds of different thicknesses. I'm not sure if you can see that. But if I wanted to go with a little bit thinner leather, that's recommended. Really like this machine. It's all about getting the tensions properly adjusted. When I first got it, I was a little bit frustrated, I must admit. After working with it, I just could not get it to give me a better stitch. Here are some examples, which is not bad at all, but here I can, if you look carefully, you can kind of see the knot. Not bad though. So I was getting a little bit frustrated. I tried to figure it out on my own, and I just was actually fraying some thread. And I said, you know what, is this not going to work? Am I going to give up on this? You know, so call Neil. Do not spend more than 30 minutes to an hour trying to figure it out on your own. Forget it. Just call Neil. He's walked me through it in 30 minutes. It was like magic. In 30 minutes, he had this machine going, and it was amazing. As far as the setup, right to left. Oh, and by the way, it came with this industrial grade thread stand, which he recommends instead of the one that it came with. So Basically the threading on this was a little bit big, so I added this block here, not a big deal. Like he mentioned on the video, I'm not sure if you can see this, but from right to left, it goes out from here, out to the back. Here it's just right in the front there. That's what gives it pressure. I believe it's going to go around like so. And again, right through left, in through here, here. This guide, by the way, goes with these presser foot. This is to get, the purpose of that is to use these presser feet to get really close to the edge, which is an additional accessory. Eventually I'll get to that. I forgot to mention I bought the needles that go with different thread sizes. So this is another accessory plate that came with it for larger projects. As far as the videos, thread your Outlaw best leather sewing machine for the money on YouTube. That explains how to thread everything. The other video, how to adjust thread tension of manual leather sewing machine by Ryan Neal with the Cowboy Outlaw. That explains the tension, these two tension knobs, primary, secondary knob. I marked my knobs with a little bit of paint there, here, so I can figure out how many rotations to turn and how many adjustments. Also, if you get a magnifying glass, okay, I'm not sure if you can see that, but basically you can count the threads here. In this case, maybe there's 7, maybe there's 4 or 5, but basically you can count the threads, which are also good indicators of tension. So I'm looking at my notes here because it's my first video I've ever done. I've never done something like this. And the reason I'm doing this is because this machine deserves it. There's no YouTube videos out there. This is really not me. I'm not into these videos, but I wanted to make other people aware that if they get this machine, it's a great purchase. It came with the bolts, by the way. Came with that manual back there. It's a little tip heavy when you first take it out of the box. Be careful, because you have to just set it down and just secure it. What else do I have on notes? Got the accessories here. The presser foot indentation, nothing. Look at that. There are no presser foot marks. Very little to no presser foot marks, which is nice. Basically, in summary, Ryan, let's see here, from Cowboy Outlaw, is a really educated, smart, nice guy. He knows his machine. He can